Sweet, dude.
Do we have anything to talk about today?
I don't know. Hey, check it out. There's no nickname Mike. I'm here with Technically Tyler.
Yes, sir.
Or as I like to call him, Technically Tyler. You're on the morning ride. It's a nice Sunday fun day. You don't worry about me, ladies. I know my wife headed out to the beach with some of my friends, and here I am working.
That's
talking to this
so
guy.
mean.
Yeah, she's supposed to be taking me out for a nice Mexican dinner. I think she's talking about Taco Bell or something. You know, she's a very giving woman.
5-layer burrito?
I don't know. I might go nacho box.
Oh, living dangerously,
And then when
eh?
I look at her, I'm going to say, it's nacho box.
It's nacho box.
Right on. Jeez. Hey, guys, welcome to episode something.
I think it's 17. I don't know.
Sounds like a good number.
Yeah, we'll
nice,
go with 17.
Odd number. It's a prime number, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Not an Amazon Prime number. Don't get it confused.
No.
Kids.
It's just not divisible by any other number in a whole number form.
Yep.
I love kicking knowledge.
Yes, sir.
I was going to say especially this early in the day, but it's not actually early anymore, is it?
It's almost
like
1
lunchtime.
Today is flying by. We've had a lot going on at the dealership
Yeah,
today.
we have. Quick recap. This is like a week in review on what's been going on at Bayside. Of course, if you watched the podcast last week, you'll know that our main man, Test Ride, an icon around this place, has left the building. He's taken a sabbatical. I'm proud to say, or glad to say, happy for him, definitely, that he has reached his initial destination. He's enjoying life. He's doing his thing. Also, another win for us this week is I haven't seen Karen at all.
Yeah. No Karen.
Nobody's asked for my manager. Thank you, Karen, for staying away.
Staying away from keeping your distance socially.
Sales move on. Still got plenty of deals here. A lot going on. We got no payments until 2021 on all brand new Harleys. We got financing as low as 0% on Ducatis. We got some customer rebates up to $1,500 on Ducatis.
Mm-hmm.
We got a old team member starting back with us. That's another good thing.
More to come on that.
Yep. Ducati days are going on, or Ducati, what it track days? Track days, yeah.
Yep.
That's starting up. We got some people heading out there to take care of that. I don't know
I think you probably just thought of what I was thinking of.
Well, no, I don't think so at all.
Okay.
What I was going to say is my buddy Tyler here has been honing his videographer's his videographer skills, even though that's not a real word. But
I took the sticker off the car, by the way. I don't know if you saw that.
I did not.
I took it off yesterday.
But Tyler's been putting up some kick-ass videos. He's doing a lot of editing. Really proud of the work that he's doing. I think this is going to help us drive the business a little bit better. Damn good job. And even if videographer is not a real word,
we'll make it a real
word. You have now earned the title of
videographer
in my mind.
Thank you.
I'll stop giving you crap about it.
You know how much that means to me?
Yeah, it probably.
No, it means a lot.
I know.
A lot of work goes into those videos, and a lot of people don't see how much time it takes to do a 30-second.
That's crazy, right?
It's very crazy.
Yeah.
It's several hours to make a good 30-second segment.
Oh, and speaking of taking time to do things, Tyler has created a new logo for Bayside as well. Hopefully many of you have seen that new logo. I think it's awesome. It looks like we got a lot of options on things we can do with it as well. So that's pretty exciting. I love when things move forward and not change for no reason, but change for a specific purpose. So,
yeah, I think it fits the personality of our dealership these days better. It seems like we're very to the point. We're very specific on things that we do here and why we do them, and I feel like the logo kind of mirrors that. Yeah. You know, it's very specific. It has a purpose. Every part of the logo means something. We threw in when we were established, which is very important to us. Yeah. So.
And it's got kind of an old school feel to it too. I like that about it.
So. It's a little bit of old with a little bit of new.
Yeah. Yep. Because I'm old, and I'm new.
You are. Every day it's a new you. But yeah, I appreciate that. If you guys have seen it, it seems like it's been an overwhelming amount of positivity around it. Yes. So if you have seen it and hit the like button on it or whatever you've done or shared it with someone, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And I think everyone at the dealership is kind of on the same page that it's kind of a cool move forward.
Yeah. And the other thing I'll say is if you haven't watched the Bike of the Week videos that Tyler has put out, check them out and keep looking because we're going to be doing this weekly.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Trini and to Rika and Dorian. Dorian did some for Ducati as well, and we're going to keep it going. And they're doing awesome.
Yeah.
I think Trini's getting better every single week. Rika has done one so far. I think we're filming one either today or tomorrow. She did great for her first one. Dorian is a whiz when it comes to...
That guy's mind's like a steel trap. I just like
you know the scene on
Rain Man?
Yeah, well, I was going to say Hangover where he's doing the Rain Man.
Yeah.
And it shows the calculations and everything. That's exactly what I feel like. That's how Dorian preps for a video.
Yeah.
And it takes him 30 seconds. He's like, all right, got it.
Yep.
Doesn't mess up.
And he gets that Stevie Wonder look, and he's just like, I just call.
He's good at what he does.
I'll stop singing, y'all.
He's good at what he does.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff. So,
definitely.
Shout out to those guys. I can't do it without them. But it's been a lot of fun collaborating with everyone and doing it every week. And we put it out in our newsletter that we send out every Wednesday. You can always find it on YouTube, and then we usually will share the YouTube link to Facebook. So if you haven't seen them, go check it out. We've also been putting it as the header. So we do the cinematic short portion of it as the header. So even if you just want to see how cool the bike looks, you can see that just by going to our Facebook page. And
incidentally, that bike is still here if you want to come down and get it. I'm not promising you it's going to be here tomorrow, but it's here today.
It's a good-looking bike. Sounds good. The way they did it up was... if you want a bike that you don't have to do anything to...
It's classic looking, right?
Everything about it looks good.
Yeah.
Everything about it. I love the paint job the most. It was funny because when we went to film it, Trini didn't even know if that was a stock paint job or if that was aftermarket. That's how good it looks.
Yeah.
And I had to look it up. Apparently, it's stock.
It's stock. Yeah.
So.
All right. So cool. I guess the kind of I don't want to call it the meat, but I mean, the topic we're going to kind of discuss for a little bit. It's not going to be a long one. I know we've talked about rider safety in the past. One of the things one of the things that came to my mind this week, and it's because I'm seeing far too many people go down for reasons that are not necessarily their own, being involved in accidents that are created by drivers, people in cages as we call them.
Yeah.
4 flat tires with a cage around you, airbags. Mm-hmm. We don't have all that protection. So we've talked about rider safety. One of the things that I want to talk about a little bit is driver safety. Now, I know most of you watching this podcast are probably motorcycle enthusiasts, and you already know this stuff. But maybe you have family members or friends that are not motorcyclists, and this information would be very helpful to them. A few of the things that help riders out on the road are the understanding that the reason we keep safe distances is because we can't stop on a dime like a lot of people think we can. Our decel is the same, if not worse, than a car, because not only do we have to worry about keeping the bike balanced, but we have to worry about not going over the front of it if we get a little brake heavy on the.
Well, you got to worry about locking up.
Yep, locking up.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, so we keep these distances not so that you can cut us off. Not so that you can squeeze your car in between spaces. Pay attention to motorcyclists on the road. We're keeping our distance because we want to be safe and not because we're ready for somebody to make a move in. Another thing is when we do travel on interstates or even city roads for that matter, typically if we're in the left-hand lane, we're going to be more towards the left. That doesn't mean it's room for you to move in. If we're in the right-hand lane, we're going to be more to the right. That doesn't mean it's time for you to move in there either. You're not going to see us travel in the center lane a whole lot.
Yeah. To piggyback on that too, before you go too much further, I've noticed that especially around here a lot when I'm driving into work, a lot of times if you're near a biker, they're paying attention to everything around them.
Yeah.
Pretty much all the time.
Right.
And if you are trying to get over or get in, a lot of times they're going to wave you if they're okay for it, and if they're like nope, then they'll speed up and let you get behind them. So for the most part, just pay attention to them. Make sure that you're keeping an eye out on what they're doing. They're usually looking at what you're doing, and usually you can come to an understanding pretty quickly as to what you should or shouldn't do.
Right.
So if you're uncertain about it, don't do it.
And then going with the speeding up thing, that brings me into my next point. There's a lot of times if you see us speeding up on the interstate, It's not because we want to get by you. It's not because we're trying to show off or we're just careless or reckless. Sometimes we find ourselves in a spot where we know we're in your blind spot, and we want to get the hell out of that blind spot. What are our options? Slow down and have the person behind us run into us, or speed up and get out of your blind spot so you can see us.
And if you're someone who's watching this who you don't ride and you just drive a car, perfect example. You have a huge 18-wheeler logging a bunch of loose logs. What are you going to do when you get up on the left side of them? You're going to speed to get past them.
Yep.
Nobody wants to be stuck next to that truck.
Because everybody's seen Final Destination.
I think of that all the time.
Yeah.
Or Fast and Furious, where the guy tries to go between the trucks and he bounces between them. Oh, yeah. I don't like being next to big trucks. That's how a lot of bikers feel about being next to cars like that. You don't want to be stuck where you can't be seen. So,
another thing, and then we've talked about loud pipes being loud, being heard. I won't say that we don't like loud pipes, but there's another reason for it. Yeah, we're not as visible as cars are. We need to be heard as well as seen. So, if I've got I won't name brands right now because nobody's paying us. But if you want to pay us,
hands and eyes.
If I've got my pipes and I've got a tune done and my bike sounds loud, I apologize if I wake you up when I'm heading to work. But at least when I come home,
you're coming home.
Yeah. And then one other thing I'll talk about, and then we can move on, is there are a lot of people that ride with their high beams on constantly, and there's a purpose behind that too. We're not as, like I said before, we're not as visible as cars are. The brighter, the louder, not to say obnoxious, but I mean, the more we can be seen, the better off we are.
Mm-hmm.
So for all my brothers out there who have gone down recently, I'm so glad that you guys are okay. And I hope, some people take this to heart and realize that you got to share the road with us. We're not out there because we're, looking to be dumbasses, for a better word.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's
no, that's true. I mean, I think there's that negative connotation with it sometimes, and I think people just have to understand, like in any group or any I guess group's the right word, and any type of group like that, bikers, car people, whatever, you're going to have a few bad seeds, but it does not mean that everybody is out there doing that same thing.
right.
And so for the most part, even though you may think, because that guy just revved his bike really loud, that he's trying to show off, that probably more than likely doesn't
Just
care
trying
what
to
your
get your
opinion of his
attention.
bike is.
Well, no, he's just trying to get your attention to make sure that.
Yeah. Or to really just speed up and get out of harm's way or get out of your blind spot, so that way, I mean, if anything, treat it as they're trying to do you a favor, because what happens when you hit them?
Yeah, because let's face it, I mean, stock horns sound like meep, 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 meep.
Yeah,
So it's not.
A lot of them don't sound very good.
Yeah. So, hey, bud, I know we didn't really discuss what we're going to talk about today.
I like this, though. I think it was a good conversation.
So what I was going to ask you is if there's any upcoming events that you're prepared to talk about, or is there anything we should mention right now?
Let's see. This will go up.
If you need a second to think about this, I will say this. The Hog chapter is doing the raffle on that AR.
Mm-hmm.
That's on Monday. And if I'm not wrong, this podcast goes up on Monday.
Yes, sir.
But they are doing the drawing on Monday. Winners will be contacted, of course, because it is a firearm that's being raffled off. Background checks are going to have to be done before an official announcement can be made. I think we will be recording the drawing, but it won't be going up until after the background check is completed and the winner is confirmed.
It just makes sense to do it that way. So.
Yeah.
We do have an event coming up here on the 12th of September.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be the Women in the Wind Honey Badger chapter.
Mm-hmm.
I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah,
but,
Honey Badger don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So they are going to be doing the Alzheimer's Association benefit ride. They are going to
Is that the longest day ride?
Longest day ride. They are going to be starting at the Apostle Church out in Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to end here. Again, we have all the information. We have flyers around the dealership. We have all the information posted on our Facebook. Check that out so I don't misspeak. That's going to, anytime you guys have questions about events, that's the best place to look.
Facebook.
It has everything.
Yeah.
There's also a discussion tab, so if anything's been updated, the ad will usually be updated, but there is a discussion tab where new vendors are added, things like that. We did just book the food truck for that. So we are going to have Fortune Flavors. One thing I want to throw out real quick to kind of sidebar is Fortune Flavors. We're actually working out a deal with the owner where she's going to be coming out probably weekly.
She'll be coming out this Thursday, right?
She'll be coming out on the 10th.
Yeah.
Just to kind of do a trial. She'll be out here for 3 hours that day from 11 to 2. And so even if you just want to come down and buy some food and some great food and come hang out, look at some bikes, buy a shirt, whatever you want to do.
I know you like lumpia. I know you like Pensit.
Dude, she's got everything. She made a lumpia cake. Like, have you ever seen that, you ever seen when people do like the diaper cakes and stuff like that? It looked like that.
Like a Snickers bar cake for us fat guys.
And it had like
me. I was talking about me.
I'm a big guy, but yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Her food looks incredible. I can't wait to see when she shows up.
I'm off that day, but I'm coming up here to get some lumpia.
Oh, 100%. So, but she will also be the food truck on the 12th. We are going to have music going. Probably just going to throw a playlist on the loudspeakers. I don't think we need anything crazy like a DJ this time, but we're excited about that. So it'll be, a nice little get-together. And it'll go till, I believe, 3 p.m. So, if you got nothing to do, come on down for a ride that day. Come hang out in Bayside. Like I said, come in, buy a shirt, buy something. Come hang out.
Yeah. Hey, and one other thing I'll throw out there, it's also on our Facebook page. I won't get into details on it because we'll discuss this later, but Rumble Through the Tunnels is on.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's very soon.
Yep. I know a lot of people are interested in doing that every year. It's actually, I think, one of the events that people talk the most about through the course of the year is the Rumble Through the Tunnels.
Very true.
That's still on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
So there's one last thing I want to talk about.
Is it the wild packs of roaming geese on the...
Dude, I almost hit a goose today.
That's not good, buddy.
It was so
close.
bad
Luck.
He ran out from the side. I thought he was going to stop.
You got to watch for geese, man.
I had to swear. I missed him. Thank God.
Good.
But actually, there's two things I want to talk about. One, we didn't mention this last week. The helmet deal's still going on.
Yep.
I don't know that we've said that. Just so you guys know, that'll probably never go away.
Probably not, because we've had a lot of success with it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
DOT approved helmet. Bring yours in. 20% off a brand new helmet.
Yep.
And we have a crap ton of
the selection
brands
has
now.
Gotten so much better.
Dude.
Yeah.
I felt like I was in a library of helmets when I went over there the other day.
Did you use the Dewey Decimal System?
I didn't.
Oh.
I didn't. I should have.
I'm talking above your head.
I've heard of that.
You've never had a library card.
I have had a library card.
Yeah, it's called the Internet.
No, I was around with libraries.
You're lying.
I'm not saying I read the books I took out of the library. When I was in school, you had to.
Okay.
You had to.
The library.
Library, yeah. We were talking about that earlier.
Yep.
Library. So the last thing I want to talk about, because I think we can now officially talk about it. And if we can, I'm talking about it anyway. I don't really care.
Uh-oh.
We are getting a $100,000 Ducati Superleggera V4.
Dun, 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 dun.
There's
That's
only
crazy.
500 of them made, and we are getting one of them.
You know who every year buys this motorcycle, and he's got a specific number that he gets?
I know the answer, but let the people know.
Michael Jordan always buys.
I didn't know that before Maurice told us.
The 23rd production bike of that.
That I think is cool.
Well, he used to own a racing team. So.
So I didn't know that. We had our morning meeting the other day, and Maurice told us that, and I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
And I think it's cool that they stick to the 23 ritual with him. That that's what you get. I wonder if someone
that guy could buy a country if he wanted to. So I'm
I wonder if anyone gave him crap and tried to give him number 45 one year.
Oh.
If you guys
or like one with like the Washington Wizards colors on
right?
it or something.
His baseball team. Too soon?
Oh, no.
Space Jam?
It's never too soon.
Throw Space Jam on there.
Oh, you get a little Bugs Bunny on a Ducati. That's not bad.
Listen, to sidebar real quick. That has nothing to do with motorcycles. If you haven't watched The Last Dance, that is an incredible documentary about Michael Jordan.
There's a plug. And it's on Netflix.
It is.
Oh.
It's really good.
Hey, Netflix. So we got a new sponsor.
We wish.
All right, bud. Hey, so I'm going to have to read off of my phone for this one because I did not memorize this.
Okay.
And this is a segment that we haven't done in a while, but this is like a This Week in Harley history.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So there was nothing really for this week, but the end of last week, August 29th, 1919. What a year. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Back when girls were called gals.
Yes, girls were still gals. Yep. Absolutely. Ted Gilbert became the first motorcyclist to ride his motorcycle up Larch Mountain. He went up 4,045 feet. Jeez. It was a 3-mile trek.
I wonder how that bike performed.
This was a rugged trail. It says here it was heavily timbered with huge boulders, sharp stones, and logs lining its sides.
So what that sounds like is he took an adventure bike in 1919 up a mountain.
Well, it was a sport bike.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a sport twin, actually, is what it was. There's a plaque up there commemorating his feat because it was the first motor vehicle to make it to the top of that mountain.
That's so cool.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Harley's got some cool history, man.
Harley's been doing it for a long time, man.
Yeah, they have.
Well, you got anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, I just hope that we keep doing this show for a long time.
Yeah, at least another week.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
In all seriousness, we were talking about that this week, and we kind of were checking in to see were we both still really loving what we're doing.
Don't worry about it, people. I am.
We are having a great time.
I mean, don't get it twisted. The fame and fortune has gone to my head a little bit, but...
But it gets to the point where if we miss a week,
I know people
are literally either commenting,
they're
coming into the dealership and going, "Oh, well, my Monday morning was ruined."
Jim cries.
Yeah, Jim cries.
Yeah,
we still got to bring him on.
No,
you don't want to bring him on?
I don't know.
We'll bring him on.
We'll figure it out.
Jim, if you're watching this, buddy,
you know he is.
Jim, when you're watching this, we need you to come in and, well, first off...
Don't come up here tomorrow morning. I don't want to see you.
He's been dodging the dealership a lot lately. I'm just saying. You know what I'm talking about.
He's on the morning walk every day.
Yeah, with his little puppy.
All right, it's a good time to kill this, man. All right, guys, thank you so much for sticking with us. If you made it this far, make sure you hit the likes, throw up some comments, share it with your friends, especially that part about driving tips. Yes. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let us know. If you got an idea for the show, please let us know. That's another thing. We're kind of running into doing stuff like this where we just ramble incessantly because we're digging for topics now. So, again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying with us. For Technically Tyler, I'm No Nickname Mike. You've been on The Morning Ride. Thank you very much.
Have a good one, guys.